So why did you guys decide to start Empire Dreams? What was the lead up to this organization and some of your backstory? Because I know that this didn't just happen. You know, a lot of times these ministries or these businesses are the result of, are kind of like the fruit of our life, you know?
Yes, so I've always worked with families in urban settings and environments, been in Kansas City for about 14 years maybe. And just always in the community working with families, did social services for about the last 10 years, worked for a local nonprofit. And even before that, throughout all those years, I've always just had a gifting for developing programs that are solutions to societal problems in the community. And they always were like a rehab center for men and women coming out of prison, workforce training programs, just kind of a gifting. And so being in the nonprofit sector and seeing a lot of the inefficiencies and ineffectiveness of that system,
yes,
and how it wasn't actually empowering our community, but really enabling them to remain kind of stuck in the same mindsets, same conditions, and that no one really got to know the people. It was kind of like, you know, we're better than, we come in, we save them, we take our data points, we do our metrics so we can get more funding. And it was like, no, the only way our community is going to transform is if we walk hand in hand with them and we build intentional relationships. So yeah, a few years ago, the Lord woke me up in the middle of the night, was like, hey, Kim, I want you to start an organization called Empire Dreams, and told me what it was. And at the time, I was really discouraged. I've been working on a few other nonprofits, and I kept having kids. It's part of our story. Well, it was always like to the point of about to launch, and then I had a baby.
Yeah, that whole tricky business of being married.
It's all his fault, right? But and so I was really
I'll take full responsibility.
discouraged. We had been working on this housing initiative for a while, and just was like, oh, come on, Jesus. I have like 10 different business plans. Like, if you give me one more business idea that I can't make happen, like, I'm done, right? And so just kind of put it on a shelf and was like, oh, okay, I'm going to do this one day. And then I lost my job this past March 2021.
Wow.
And whole, nonprofit sector stuff. And at the time, the Lord said, I had a week to finish a grant for the city with this nonprofit. I was accepted into a program to develop it. And was just like, okay, I know the Lord's telling me to do this. Random friend of ours called, hadn't talked to him for years, and was like, hey, God just told me you're going to start a nonprofit. And I was like, oh, I am. I'm doing it right now. And so, so we really, for me, it was like, I don't need to start another nonprofit, right? Kansas City is littered with endless nonprofits. And so unless it's something from the heart of God, built by Him, structured by Him, envisioned by Him, and we're able to actually come in and do something transformative that I haven't seen in the past, I was like, I don't have the energy to do this. I'll just join another nonprofit. But really felt like God gave us a vision for the organic community development, building out a lot of curriculums, a lot of programming. Everything's really grassroots, knowing the community, being in the community. And so we're just trusting the Lord. Just trusting Him, because at the end of the day, I'm like, this is a lot of work. But so that was just, and I a lot of my past and my upbringing, I identify with what it is to be broken, what it is to have no hope, what it is to have a lot of trauma, and to also see the destiny and hear the destiny of God over my life. And so I want to bring that to my community. I want to see everyone that people would forget or despise or not care about, and be like, no, this is who you're called to be, and we're going to support you to get there.